Hook. Every year, millions of people set ambitious goals, but only 23 actually achieve them. And there's a hidden reason for this staggering failure rate that most people never discover. Today, I'm going to share with you the 3 specific people you must tell your goals to, and more importantly, who you should absolutely avoid. Because the wrong person can sabotage your dreams before you even begin. Hi, I'm Tony from Audiobook Labs. And if you've ever felt confused about whether to share your goals or keep them secret, this video will give you the clarity you've been searching for. The common mistake that ruins dreams, here's what most people get wrong. They think sharing goals with anyone will help them achieve those goals. But recent research from Dominican University shows something fascinating. When Dr. Gail Matthews studied 267 participants, she found that people who simply wrote down their goals were 42 more likely to achieve them. But here's where it gets interesting. Those who shared their goals with the right people had a 95% success rate. The key phrase there is the right people, because sharing with the wrong people can actually harm your chances of success. Let me show you exactly who you need in your corner. Person 1, the mentor. Your first essential person is someone I call the strategic mentor. This isn't your best friend or your cousin who means well. This is someone who has already achieved what you're trying to accomplish, and more importantly, someone who understands the journey you're about to take. Maria, a 52-year-old marketing manager, wanted to reach the suite before retirement. Instead of telling everyone at the office, she identified a former executive from her industry. She shared her specific goal: to lead one major project per quarter to demonstrate executive readiness. Her mentor didn't just say you can do it, she provided strategic feedback, helped Maria avoid career-limiting moves, and held her accountable to measurable milestones. Within 18 months, Maria was promoted to VP. The mentor's role wasn't cheerleading, it was strategic guidance combined with accountability. Your mentor should be someone who can spot the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. They've walked this path before. They can see the obstacles you can't see yet and help you navigate around them. Person 2, the peer. Your second essential person is what I call the collaborative peer. This is someone pursuing similar goals or facing similar challenges, but at roughly the same level as you. Research shows that peer accountability increases your success rate by 65 when you meet regularly to check in on progress. Think of this like having a gym workout partner, but for your life goals. When you're both working towards something meaningful, you create what psychologists call mutual accountability. You're not competing, you're collaborating. Sarah and Jennifer, both in their 40s, wanted to start consulting businesses after decades of corporate work. They met every other Tuesday for coffee. They didn't just talk about their dreams. They shared specific weekly targets, discussed real challenges, and brainstormed solutions together. When Sarah got her first client, Jennifer learned from her approach. When Jennifer struggled with pricing, Sarah shared her research. The peer relationship works because you're in the trenches together. You understand each other's challenges in a way that someone who's never done this simply can't. Person 3, the accountability partner. Your third essential person is the consistency enforcer, what researchers call an accountability partner. This person's job isn't to give advice or share the journey. Their job is to ensure you follow through on your commitments, week after week. The American Society of Training and Development found that people have a 95% chance of completing a goal when they have a specific appointment with a person they've committed to. It's not about having someone nag you. It's about having someone who cares enough to ask the tough questions. Mike wanted to write a novel while working full-time. Instead of telling his whole family about this goal, he found one Persone's neighbor, Bob, who was training for a marathon. Every Sunday morning, they'd meet for coffee. Mike would report his weekly word count, and Bob would share his running progress. Neither was an expert in the other's field, but both were committed to the process of checking in. The accountability partner works because they create what psychologists call social reality. When someone else knows about your commitment and expects a report, your brain treats that commitment more seriously. Who you must avoid now: Let me tell you who can sabotage your goals without meaning to. First, avoid the casual encourager. These are people who say that's great, but have no stake in your success. Their encouragement feels nice, but it can actually reduce your motivation. When you get that dopamine hit from their approval, your brain thinks you've already succeeded. Second, avoid the skeptical voice. You know this person, they immediately list all the reasons your goal won't work. Their negativity can plant seeds of doubt that grow stronger than your initial motivation. Third, avoid the competitive comparer. This person turns your goal into a competition or makes it about them. Oh, I've always wanted to do that too. Maybe I should start as well. Suddenly, your focused energy gets diluted. The science behind strategic sharing. Here's why this three-person approach works. Your brain needs different types of support at different stages of goal achievement. The mentor provides the strategic map, the peer provides emotional support and shared learning, and the accountability partner provides the consistent structure that keeps you moving forward. Dr. Peter Gollwitzer's research on implementation intentions shows that sharing with the right people at the right time activates what he calls social reality effect. Your commitment becomes real, not just to you, but to others who matter. Your action plan. Before you leave this video, I want you to identify your three people. For your mentor, think of someone who's achieved something similar to what you want. This might require some networking or reaching out to people you admire. Don't be afraid to ask. Most successful people remember when someone helped them. For your peer, look for someone currently pursuing growth in their life, even if it's in a different area. The key is mutual investment in each other's progress. For your accountability partner, choose someone reliable who can commit to regular check-ins. This might be a friend, family member, or even someone you connect with through a goal tracking app. Making this work in your life. Remember, this isn't about collecting cheerleaders. It's about building a strategic support system where each person has a specific role. Your mentor guides, your peer collaborates, and your accountability partner enforces. Start with one person. If you're not sure where to begin, start with the accountability partner, someone who can help you stay consistent while you work on finding the other two. And here's something important. As you achieve goals using this system, you'll naturally become one of these three people for others. That's how communities of achievement are built. The difference between a dream and a goal is having the right people in the right roles supporting your journey. You don't need a crowd, you need the right three people who each bring something specific to your success. If this resonates with you, take a moment right now to think of one person who could fill one of these roles in your life. And remember, you can find additional resources on building these relationships in the description below. What's one goal you're working on that could benefit from this three-person approach? Share it in the comments. We read every one, and your story might help someone else identify their support system. Until next time, remember, you're not meant to do this alone, but you are meant to choose your companions wisely.